You finally went out and got your gun permit. Congratulations. I've been talking about people taking advantage of your Second Amendment right. If you live in the United States and you're able to get your gun permit and you go ahead and jump through the hoops and get your concealed weapons permit, congratulations. Is your life the same as you know it? No, it's not. Welcome to your new life, because everything's about to change for you, for the better. And that's what this video is all about. And by the way, those of you worldwide who are watching, please chime in also, because we all care about you and we know you care about us. And maybe you can carry a gun where you live, or maybe you can't. But this goes out to everybody. Just common sense talk about, once you get your gun permit, what's next? Let's talk about it. Welcome to your new life, and welcome to weaponseducation.com. Yeah, you got your gun permit, you went out and bought a Glock 19 possibly, great choice. I have a list of items here I want to talk about, some things that maybe will help you if you're a youngster, or no matter what your age is. Maybe you're 40, 50, 60 years old, you finally got your permit, and you finally made the jump. Maybe I influenced you to do it. I want to make sure that you realize how much responsibility goes into carrying a firearm. And it's all good. It's all good because we have the right to protect ourselves. Let me go through my bullet points here, and let's get right into it right now. First of all, here's one thing you don't want to do. A lot of people make this huge mistake. It's so silly. See this right here? See that? Do not get one of these silly badges that says concealed weapons permit at these gun shows. That's trash, okay? Let's talk about what you should do now. Now you're a huge, level-headed, responsible person. You got your permit, you can carry a gun. Now I've got a Glock 19 or a 1911. We're going to go through some stuff here. What do? Here we go. First of all, no particular order, you want to get trained, because the training you go through to get your permit is usually minimal, which is fine. Whatever it is in your state, get your permit, do it, get your permit. But you need to have ongoing training, and think about tactical training also, because if you're in a mall and someone starts shooting at people, you're not going to be thinking about your training when you went to the range shooting at paper. Concentrating slowly. You're going to have to go, run, take cover, move. Tactical training is huge. Think about that. Here's a big tip. A lot of people get their permit and they just think, well, I can get my Glock and I can just stick it in my holster and I'm just go on my way. What I do is I spend a good 15 minutes prior to each time I leave my home, and I think about where I'm going. If I'm going to downtown Miami, all right, I got to really think about that because it's a high crime area. Or if I'm going through any high crime area, or no matter what I'm doing, I know my itinerary in my mind, and I got to think about my attire in my mind. So, for instance, if I'm going to carry a 1911 in a paddle holster, I have to think about my clothing, and I have to think about where to put a second little mouse gun if I want. Sometimes my wife's out in the car, she's at people home, what are you doing? I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm getting it ready. I need my 15 minutes to get my shoulder holster system going. These are wonderful shoulder holsters. Your system is important, I guess is what I'm getting at. You really want to have a good system down, and every time you go out, it's going to probably be a little bit of a different system. I know a lot of people say use the same system every time you go out, but for me, that seems to be impossible, because sometimes I'm dressed to go to the beach, sometimes I'm dressed in a suit to go to work, sometimes I'm dressed in different attire, so I'm always changing my system a little bit, but that's why I say 15 minutes prior to you leave, just take that extra time to get ready. And know where everything is on your body, whether it be a blade, a gun. And make sure you have a good belt, by the way. A good belt. These are on the store. These shoulder holsters are on the store, Armor Express Outlet. You can go there. These are the highest quality leather there is. But a belt is the core backbone of your system. All right, so spend time getting ready to leave your house when you're going out, and dress appropriately. And a lot of people say, well, should I open carry, or if it's legal for you, or should I conceal it and hide it with my clothing? This is my opinion. Chime in if you live in a state where you can have open carry. In Florida, we really can. But I still, even if Florida said you can walk around showing your gun on your hip out there, that's not me. That's just not me. I don't want to be people looking at me. I don't want to be profiled by the police. I don't want to scare people if I walk into a convenience store. I'd rather have the element of surprise. So if you have open carry in your state and you finally get your permit, I still say to conceal it. But that's just my opinion. Chime in. Now, knowing your surroundings, going into a restaurant, when you have a gun on you, you're gonna really make yourself feel really good about yourself, because you're gonna realize the responsibility it has to have, a gun. And what I do is I'm always looking at the door. I sit in a strategic place in the restaurant, and I look at the door, and I look at my surroundings, and I look for suspicious people. Now, I'm not saying to be a nervous Nelly, but I am saying to really know your surroundings and to know where you're at all times. For instance, when you're driving, if you're carjacked or something, and you call 911 and you don't even know where you're at. Well, I'm on Highway 441. Well, yes, sir, where you at? Somewhere in between here and there. Know exactly where you're at all times. Know what type of neighborhoods you're in. I know I'm moving quick here. I'm purposely doing it. All right. Have access to your gun. If you're sitting down, like say if you have this gun in your pocket, this beautiful 380 SIG P238, it's in your pocket, you're not going to have access to it because you can't pull it out if you're sitting down. Make sure you have access to your guns, wherever they are on your body. Your gun is always your last resort. Remember that. I say that a lot on this channel. A lot. Because remember, every bullet, heaven forbid you have to pull your gun and shoot a round off, has a lawyer at the other end, and it's not going to be a good scene. Hopefully it's just really to defend your life 100,000%, and there's no in-between gray area. So your gun is your last resort. I'm not going to elaborate on that. I've done that in other videos. Don't pull your gun just because you just got your permit and you're all excited and you want to just brandish or show someone, get away from me, you're a scary guy, you're scaring me, you want to bully me, I got a gun. You don't do that. You run away from danger, you diffuse the situation. You don't want to feed these people like Bob Costas. If you're a bad gun permit holder, that's all we need is one bad guy in America who has a legal gun permit and does something stupid. Then you got Bob Costas on Monday Night Football screaming out, see, that's why no one should get gun permits. When you get your gun permit, you're a new person, you're level-headed, you're smooth. You diffuse bad situations. You run away from danger. You feel better about yourself. It's really a good feeling when you have your gun, because all of a sudden you're like, all right, I'm cool. I'm not going to be aggressive. I'm not going to have that aggressive nature in my mindset no more. Your whole mindset's different when you have your gun, and it's a relaxing feeling. By the way, can you live with killing someone? Think about that. I don't know, the nightmares, all that. If it's, you're in your home and someone breaks in with shotguns and, it's a home invasion, of course, you have to defend yourself and kill the bad person. But if it's a gray area and you can diffuse the situation, please do so. Hold yourself to a higher level. I've been speaking about that. Every bullet has a lawyer at the end of it. I want to say that again. No brandishing of your gun, no showing it off. Keep it a secret. It's your secret. It's your private secret. Having your gun is your little brainchild here. And it's just the way you go about your day is going to be totally different now. A knife is also a good option. Don't always think that your gun is your first option. What about, should you carry in a place that has a sign, no guns allowed? Even if you're in a legal state where you can conceal your gun and you got a permit and you see a sign like at the movie theater in Colorado, you know what I would do? I just wouldn't go into that place. I'm not going to tell you what to do to go on private property, should you carry a gun or not, But I will say this, I'm not going to go into that place because it's a free fire zone. The person, the bad guy, that nutcase who went into the movie theater in Colorado and shot everyone, had like 5 or 6 other theaters he could have went to that night that were not free fire zones. He chose the one that had a sign up that said, no guns allowed. So if you walk into a facility that has no guns allowed, that's the bad guys that are going to go into that free fire zone, and you don't even want to be there. Just boycott that place. And warning shots, my last thought. Warning shots. Should you shoot a warning shot? I just say no. Every bullet has an attorney at the end of it. Be level-headed. Congratulations on getting your permit. Congratulations. It's a good feeling. Remember, the belt is the backbone to your system. Remember to take a good 15 minutes to get ready. A good 15 minutes to think about what you're doing for the day, your itinerary for the day, where everything is on your body. You got your knife here, you got your gun here, you got your permit here, whatever it is, know exactly what's going on, know what you're doing for the day, and enjoy life. Thank you. Congratulations on getting your gun permit if you just got one.